Evening, friends, and welcome to tonight's review. It is Monday night, June the 2nd, and this is probably, well, I might do a review tomorrow, I might not. I got another night gig coming on, so I'm going to be filling up my nights with frantic writing and research, so I can make some more money and buy more alcohol and review it for you. So, tonight's review is Twilight Summer Ale from Deschutes. And this is their summer seasonal. It's an American blonde ale with an active yeast culture inside, but you don't really see much of it. I can already tell you, I've already had a couple bottles of this, and I've really enjoyed it. It's bottle conditioned. Just at the line for sessionable at 5%. Oh yeah. I did a fairly vigorous pour there. As you can see, about 2 fingers of, well, finger and a half of fluffy head. Looks about yellowish white, not a clear white. And a very yellow copper color, cloudy, obviously, because of the bottle conditioning. Nose is just wonderful. It's very, it's hoppy without being IPA-like hoppy. So you catch various floral notes, slight citrus notes, and underneath that the sort of base malt sweetness and biscuitiness. It's truly a lovely smell. But where it all comes together is in the drinking. It is just so refreshing. I just had a big bowl of Chilean salami covered with cheese for dinner, one of my favorite dinners. But of course it also leaves me very thirsty after, and this is just hitting the spot right now. There's an initial sweetness to it that passes and becomes a very dry biscuitiness. There's a blast of orangey, grapefruity, actually maybe tangerine, dried, kind of this citrus of some sort. Now I know. Citron. So, citron, in Japanese, they call it the yuzu fruit. It's just sort of a zest that they use to make a juice out of. There isn't much pulp, but they use the zest to make juice. There's a certain floralness in the hop finish. But it's a very dry finish. It's a very slight whisper of sweetness and then boom, gone. It's an almost clean finish. There is a little bit of hopsiness left there, but it is nothing intense. It's just like a slight little whisper, and while it's not clean, it's still very refreshing. Simply beautiful lacing, as you can possibly tell here. I could easily down 3 of these. No problem. Both because they're 5.0, because it's so drinkable. Like, right now I'm just so thirsty, I want to chug this, but I'm not going to. Because even session beers I don't chug. Even though I love session beers. So not much complexity going on here. It's pretty much your typical blonde ale, sort of biscuity malts, slight sweetness, and, you know, hops lending itself to a dry finish. I like this better than their year-round blonde ale, the River Ale, because the taste is much more intense. Well, and the mouthfeel is slightly stronger too. River Ale almost has, I always like to the point of feeling watery to me. This has enough decent mouthfeel, enough taste, while still maintaining high drinkability, high refreshingness. I would definitely recommend you go out and get this just for a nice hot summer's day worth of drinking, because it's very well balanced. And also, too, if you know someone who's not into craft beer, this would be a very good introduction beer along the lines of Sam Adams' Boston Lager. I usually don't recommend pale ales as a starter craft beer just because the bitterness is a little bit too strong. And in return, to introduce people to the world of lighter ales, I always suggest a blonde ale. So that I've sort of run out of things to say for tonight. This is tonight's review. I hope you've enjoyed it. Twilight Summer Ale. Cheers.